And that's how we start out the Sports Web on Saturday afternoons on the Tan Talk Sports Network. The only FM sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area on Saturday afternoons from 3 to 5. I'm your host, Peter Blake, along with Sean the Sports Don, who's running just a little bit late. He'll be along here in a little bit. But what can you say about that Super Bowl that hasn't already been said? Was that the greatest Super Bowl that you've ever seen? A 25-point comeback by the New England Patriots. And I think basically to start the game, even at halftime, 28-3, you think this game is going to be over. You think that it's basically over with. Turn out the lights, go to bed. If you're a Patriots fan, you may hold out some hope, but we were texting back and forth.
Yes.
I got numerous texts by people who said, I told you, Pete. I told you that the Atlanta Falcons were going to win this game. And I said, I tell you right now.
Hold on.
It's never over until it's over.
Especially when you're playing Tom Brady.
And Bill Belichick.
Well,
They're like a snake in the grass. You got to cut their head off. And if you don't, it comes back to bite you in the ass, and it did last Sunday.
And I will say this. You know, I heard a lot of people talking about the players of the Falcons. They choked. They choked. The players didn't choke. The coaches choked. It was a terrible coaching job in the second half. One, when you're up by 16 points and it's 3rd and 1 with like 7 minutes to go, you don't throw the ball. You run the ball.
It's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
And you decide to pass the ball. I don't understand it.
And
if you're Matt Ryan, you cannot take that sack.
Wait a minute. Well, no.
You can't.
I'm talking about the 3rd and 1 when there was a strip fumble.
Right.
Okay. Well,
he shouldn't be throwing on that down anyway.
That's what I'm saying.
But
you can't
later in the game, in the fourth quarter.
Okay. Let me finish. Let me paint it up for you now. It's 3rd and 1 right there. Your defense has been out on that field all game long. They're tired. Okay. Run the ball, try to conserve some clock. Even if you don't pick up the first down, you punt the ball away, you give Tom Brady and the Patriots a long field to have to move down the field and score a touchdown, okay? If that's the case. But you give them the ball on the, 20-yard line, and Tom Brady scores a touchdown in, next 2 or 3 plays? Okay?
Exactly.
Then, now, let's go to where you're talking about, where you can't take the sack, but that blitz was straight up the middle. Why are we passing the ball anyway when you're already in field goal range?
I honestly think Kyle Shanahan was checked out. He was ready to take the job with the 49ers.
You're already.
And I'll tell you right now, I would enact a rule that you can't talk to these coaches during that week, because we talked about it last week with Lane Kiffin. I think Leo mentioned it. There was a distraction there with Lane Kiffin leaving for Alabama for FAU. How would it be a distraction in this game? Because Kyle Shanahan, by all accounts, was going to be the next 49er head coach. And sure enough, the first half, he was great. The second half, that was bad. I'll tell you right now, hats off to the New England Patriots. Say whatever you want to about this organization, but at the end of the day, Bill Belichick is a defensive mastermind. He shuts down what you do well. He did it against Julio Jones. Julio Jones had four catches, lowest output since 2011. And in the second half, it was a defensive game plan. They shut the Falcons down, and there was nothing they could do.
But here's the thing,
so we'll talk about that with Leo Haggerty at 3:30.
Okay.
We'll also get into it with Rick Brown, go around the NFL. Talk about John Lynch not making the Hall of Fame, which I don't understand why. Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch working together. That's an interesting proposition. We'll also talk about your Tampa Bay Lightning, who gained a point last night, and don't look now, but are only 5 points away from the final wild card spot.
You're holding on hope, aren't you?
I don't think they're done. They played well lately with their goaltending situation. And then on top of that, I know we have to get into this. What in the world is going on with the New York Knicks?
The Knicks. What is going on?
A dysfunctional organization.
We're going to definitely get into that.
And on the Carmelo comments, Phil Jackson, Charles Oakley, and then, of course, Kevin Durant tonight returns to Oklahoma City. I'm just going to watch it to watch the intro. So a lot of things to talk about today on the sports web. We're not going to just focus on football, but this is definitely going to be a recap show. 727-441-3000 or 866-826-1340. If you're listening online, TanTalkNetwork.com. Go ahead.
I want to also get your thoughts on baseball, their proposed rules changes for the extra innings. I don't know if you like that or not, but I think that'll be an interesting conversation today.
I'll tell you what, let's go out to the phone lines. We call this the evolution of sports talk radio, and this is why, because we give you your own walk-up music, and we let you call in twice. Here we go.